And he got out of a tough one against Walter Ray Williams. Let's see what he'll do now.
Unbelievable. Pete's had more than his share of lives here in this championship round, but his opponents have killed themselves on this left-hand lane.
Smooth and almost timid.
Well, Chris, they're going through his mind. He's got to say, this is just so wonderful. He says, I should have been gone here 45 minutes ago. Now I'm going to have a chance to win the tournament, make some big bucks. So it's all win-win. And he's going against the guy who's really been struggling in the championship round, Parker Bohn III.
And another tough break as he leaves the 7-pin on the right lane. 11 titles for Parker.
Parker playing a similar line to we saw Mike Albee, but with much more speed, and I think that's to his advantage. The ball won't drift as high as easily when you keep that ball speed up.
Oops. Friends, last year he was 2-9 on television. He has had some of the toughest breaks like there.
Well, Chris, a lot of it is his opponents are averaging 234. He's averaging 216. You're not going to win many games. However, when you make that big mistake, and he's made it early here, you just give your opponent an injection of confidence. So Walt Parker is behind early and in trouble.
He led the first 3 rounds of this AC Delco Championship, and then the last 3 were led by the man practicing, Jason Couch. Here's pinfall off to our right, getting ready for the championship match against the winner of this one. So 9-pin standing and wobbling down there.
Well, this was after the best
Professionals very good at single pin spares. They seldom miss. All right, Bo.
Well, Walter Ray, a little bit uncharacteristic of the #1 player in the world. Let's talk about the left-hand lane.
Well, the left-hand lane was tighter for me in practice, and right at the end, the right lane tightened up a little bit, and I thought I threw a decent shot in the 8th frame, and it hooked higher, and then the 10th frame, I said, just make sure you get through it, and I thought I threw it pretty decent, but it still hooked higher, and I got 2 bad results for those 2 bad shots, and I had a couple of ring and 10s which could have struck, but he came back and beat me, so that's the way it goes.
That's the life of a pro bowler. You make a wrong adjustment, make a wrong guess, and you're in trouble. Thank you, Walter Ray. Good luck in defending your title next week. Back to you, Chris.
Okay, Pete Weber leaving a 3-6-10 on the left lane with a spare up. He opened with a strike. Gets him. Now he's loosening up. First intensity, fierce intensity, and almost angelic down on the lanes. Pete Weber. Now Parker Bohn the third. Bowled a 300 game during competition here. A 7-pin.
Well, Parker never holds back, and what you see right here is the exact same shot he had in the first frame. Is you'll see that the 4-pin just kind of goes right around the 7-pin. So Parker wide, doesn't carry the 7, and this time he converts it.
So, our semifinal match. 3 frames of it, 8-pin difference.
Parker with about a 4-degree angle of attack as his ball hits the pocket. He's setting it on the 15th board, out to the 3rd board, 45 feet. It makes its move.
That's how the seat goes down.
Big break.
Watch the head pin. This is a technology strike if you'll ever see one. Head pin to the sideboard, comes around and takes out the 7.
We're in California, where Victor Casillion is that young man's grandfather, and he's one of our prized possessions on our ABC technical crew, and he comes visit us every year here at Cal Bowl. Wonderful little guy. Well, we have a little test coming up here that little 4.6, and Bo, you were a master of these. So it's an open for Pete, his first of the day, and here's an open man, Bo Birdie.
Well, Chris, the 4.6 is darn near impossible, about 1,000 to 1, although I did leave my share. Well, here's a guy who didn't leave too many of them this week, Jason Couch. There's all millionaires out there. Walter Ray, Albee, all of them. Are you intimidated by those guys today?
I'm not intimidated at all, Bo. I led this tournament by 531 pins, and I'm getting ready to show everybody why I was the leader this week. I'd like to say hello to my daughter, Courtney. Happy first birthday, baby. This is for you.
He led it by more than 530, Chris, but he has to start at ground zero. He'll be in the championship game. Next match for $48,000.
He's a tough man in this field. 84 total titles. Most ever were 87, which happened in 1981, one of our telecasts. That big double has put him into a 15-pin lead over Pete Weber. I mentioned those 87 titles. Earl Anthony, Dick Weber, Dave Davis, Dickinson, Schlegel. That was an 81, total of 87, and there's the commish.
And he's given all the players out here a chance to get a lot more titles. Mark Gerbrick is heading the helm, doing a great job.
That's 3 in a row. 25-pin lead now, and Pete does have a strike up as he goes to work in the 6th frame.
Well, he knows he's caught it all, a full handful when he lets this go. When you see a guy start running as soon as he lets go of it, he knows that he's throwing it as good as he possibly can. He's put it on Pete here right now in the middle of the match.
Number 9.
Interesting pin carry there. The 6 pin came off the sideboard and looked like it was going to knock out the 9. However, the head pin went between the 2 and 4. Watch this pin action as Pete gets a great break. It's a spare instead of a 4-9 split, but it could have turned into a strike.
Tomorrow night on ABC, an all-new River Phoenix Star in sneakers. All tomorrow night on ABC.
Well, as we all know in the bowling industry, the longer you bowl on a pair of lanes, whether it's a championship pair or not, the oil or conditioner eventually wears off the lane, and Pete has not made the adjustment. Lanes are drying out. He's going high and paying a big penalty.
Our action coming from Cal Bowl, Southern California. We'll be back. Parker Bohn, the third, a lefty from Jackson, New Jersey, has a 39-pin lead here in the semifinal match as he bowls against Pete Weber. Weber defeating Walter Ray Williams to get to this point. That's a 4-bagger.
Well, at this point in the last 2 matches, we've seen the escape artist Pete Weber come out with a victory against Walter Ray Williams Jr. and Mike Albee. But if he doesn't get some help from Parker Bohn here, there is no chance. This could be lockjaws. spare here. Parker Bohn will be going at a 2:28 pace, using a plastic ball for his spares for a little straighter shot. Well, the escape artist needs all strikes. He can get 200, and that may not be enough.
You found a place of complete focus.
And the 4-pin, that's damaging as well. Jason Couch continuing to practice off to our right. Could be the roommates will be going for the $48,000 first prize. All right, tomorrow at 1 Eastern, 12 Central Pacific on ABC Sports. Weber going for the ball. And gets it. The defending champion there is Dale Earnhardt. Then at 5 Eastern, 4 Central Pacific from Daytona, the International Race of Champions. It's all tomorrow. ABC Sports.
Parker Bohn, match well in hands, only left 3 7-pins, the rest strikes. This shot here could be the end of the day for Pete Weber. Courageous effort by Weber, coming back in exciting and very Weber-like style the first 2 matches, but the combination of Parker Bohn being so proficient here with every ball in the pocket and Weber just struggling, is going to be Bohn and Couch for all the wheat.
We're looking at the winner from New Jersey, and it's been a while. 13 TV appearances since winning.
Chris, we've seen other good players go through a losing streak like that. Remember, Marshall Holman had in his great years, even in mid-80s, had a big losing streak. And Walter Ray Williams Jr. finally broke it at the Flagship Open and has been on top since then. So,
of course, Pete.
Pete, this could be a turnaround for Parker. Still got 1 game to go.
Well, looks like Parker is a step closer to getting back in that win column. At least has a chance. Against another left-hander, all left-hander final. Jason Couch.
Pete going through the motions, finish up in the 150s if he doesn't make this, but it's secondary. It's win or lose out here on the Pro Bowlers Tour. 156, not a bad day's work though.
All right.